I'm making this video because what I see in this community sickens me now. Ever since the addition of crates, this community has become more greedy than ever. I remember when this game first came out and no one gave a fuck about who had what. Everyone had the same thing, but we all used it differently. Like, we customized the same cars differently. We were better with these cars than other people. We played this game because it was fun, and I rarely see that anymore. Ever since crates were added, our objective has turned into who can get more shit than everyone else. Trading was a cool feature, but of course our sinful nature has turned it into just a gateway to scam other people. Scam gullible people. I miss the days when no one cared. Once again, people played the game because it was fun, and most of us are just grinding our ass off, spending all this money to get the next big car, a trail, whatever the fuck it is, especially when we really want it. Our minds become filled with only this object whenever we play the game. We're willing to put everything on the line, forget all the other good shit we have for a chance to get that one new thing. We become desperate, we become tired, we become impatient. And that is what scammers are looking for. Those are the people they know they can scam. They know the people that grind and trade to try to get to their end goal. Like, they know that they're becoming tired. They just want it to end. They want their suffering to end. And they know that you'll do almost anything to get it. Or end it. Like, I don't know how fucking long you're grinding for. They'll know that you're willing to do almost anything to just finally get it and get it over with. So if you currently have an end goal right now, whether it's an import car, exotic wheels, paint, finish, black market decal, rocket ship, who gives a fuck? And you find yourself becoming sick of grinding and spending all this money for it, you're in danger. So I will tell you my story. I'll tell you what I've learned from my experience, and hopefully that can help you. I kind of feel embarrassed talking about it, but if it helps less people get scammed, then what the fuck? My story starts like this. A month and a half ago, I'm playing the game. Getting all these crates that I for damn sure wasn't planning to pay to open. I wasn't buying keys for that shit. So I traded them to other people. And I got some great stuff. Appreciated most of my stuff. But I was starting to get bored of the game. Then, all of a sudden, Psionic shows off this new turbo crate. And this car that I'm driving right here was inside it. And I wanted it so bad because it reminded me of the Pagani Hyra. Well, at least from the front and the sides. That ass needs work. I hope they retune that someday, but it was a great looking car. So, running out of objectives for the game, I set out to grind crates and trade my way up to it. My mind became filled with this car every time I played the game. And my favorite car, which still is my favorite car, is the Dominus GT, which I still hold near and dear to my heart. I still wanted this car. I joined numerous trade lobbies, seeing if I can trade my crates for great stuff that will eventually lead me to the end of. And after no such luck, I was desperate enough to buy one key to see if I got it out of this random turbo crate I got. Instead, I got Xenosplash, which is a very rare rocket trail, and I've seen people say that they were willing to give up their endo for the trail, so I thought I had it in the bag. And a week later, when it was tradable, I kept holding on to it in different trade sessions because I thought it was my ticket to get it. No luck. After a while, I was ready to just trade in for another exotic. And after putting out one more looking for group posts, out of nowhere, I get a random party invite. Which, by the way, is something you should be sketchy about already. I said I invited the dude to my party since I had friends in there, but only one of them was still on the mic, and he decided to keep quiet while I made my transaction. We had a fair trade going, but he kept mentioning the first thing that I'm going to give you tips on. And that is a raffle for his quote-unquote brother's endo. By the way, his quote-unquote brother was in the lobby with the car out when I joined. I don't know if he was actually there or not. Whatever. Like, the guy joined my party and said that was his brother. So anyway, so here's the first thing. Raffles. They're always complete bullshit. And here's how I'll start you off. He'll keep on mentioning it to you until you finally ask what you have to do or what it is. Then he'll give you a long, convoluted process on how his bullshit raffle works. You may not know what the fuck he's talking about right away, but that doesn't matter. He's just trying to make it seem like he himself knows what he's talking about, so that you'll trust what he says. He'll act friendly towards you, make himself seem like that he's an all-around good guy. He may even do one of two things before he starts manipulating you, which is, one, he'll give you an item of high rarity to make you trust him a little more. And for me, he gave me a free ZSR. By the way, he knows you're just going to give it right back once you finally understand how his raffle works. And number two, he'll say that he most likely already has all the stuff you have anyway and he doesn't really need them. And that'll probably let your guard down. It may be the truth also, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's a hoarder. Having all that shit in his inventory is the only way he feels accomplished in this game. And he'll run through it with you with all of your rare and down stuff, and you'll soon pick up what he means. He wants you to trade in your stuff so he can tally it with his bullshit point system, whatever the hell it is, then give your stuff right back. And he'll for sure return all of your rare stuff so he can almost guarantee that you'll give him the good shit. He may even be honest and still give you back something that you may have forgotten you traded to him. For me, I traded Zeta wheels to him, and I forgot that I actually traded it to him when he was giving all my stuff back. And he actually put it in there, and he was like, oh yeah, this too. And I was like, oh yeah, thanks man. Like, he was making himself seem honest. Once again, further getting me to trust him. Then, that's when he goes in for the kill. After you get the hang of his process, you'll want to put in all of your very rares, imports, and exotics. But do not fall for this trade. Do not go through with it. I wasn't thinking about the obvious sore thumbs that were sticking out through this whole thing. Before you press trade, realize a few things. One, the trading UI shows exactly what you put up on your screen and his screen. Why would you need to make the full trade in order for him to tally what he can already see? Two, you'll realize that if you do it, and he has all of your great stuff, what's stopping him from just leaving the party and the lobby? Number three, is that one little item really worth all of the stuff that you're on the verge of giving him? And you barely even know the guy. Of course, I was wore out, I was tired, and I was a desperate idiot. It was late at night. I'm like thinking of all the shit in the book. I was like a vulnerable target, and I didn't think of these potholes until right after the trade was complete. Once I realized what happened, he left. With all my stuff. Including my prized GT. Yes, I traded in my prized possession because he was that persuasive. I was that tired. I thought I had a ticket. I thought I was for sure going to get it. No. Before you comment, it's your own fault for being so gullible, please know that I have been getting on this game for 3 weeks straight, grinding for fucking hours, joining countless trade lobbies, hoping what they gave edged me closer to this car. Now I soon realized that I threw everything away because I thought my suffering would end. I would finally have my end goal. And the worst part is, I knew I was only going to play with it for 2 days before going back to my old car. I was sick to my stomach. I felt like throwing up. I'm sure those of you who got scammed already know that feeling. Now I still got my GT back on the same night because something told me to hold on to this extra ZSR that I had in my inventory. And if you ever find yourself in this situation, call him out about how he can already see everything you put up in the trade UI. That the trade doesn't have to go through for him to tally up what he already sees. And when you do this, he'll do one of three things. One, he'll make an elaborate lie that'll make you think twice about pressing that trade button, but you mustn't do it. You mustn't fall for it. Please catch yourself. Number two, he'll say, nah, it's okay. You didn't beat the current leader anyway, and then just leave. Or three, he may just straight up leave the fucking party. And that's my tips for how to avoid getting raffle scammed. Please don't be like me. Don't be desperate enough to throw all of your shit away. Like, please know what you're doing. Know who you're talking to. Now I've seen a couple other scams and looking for group posts, and I've heard about other things, so I'm gonna touch up on 2 more scams that I've heard about. So the next thing I have no experience with, but I know is bullshit, is a duplication glitch. Don't fall for this bullshit. It sounded stupid when I saw it in the fucking post. I don't know what the whole process is. I tried looking it up. Apparently you have to trade an item, and then he kicks you, and then it's a ghost item, and then you gotta close the game or some shit, and then you have it. I don't fucking know. Like, and then another thing, it's a ghost item, so it's gonna disappear anyway. Like, I don't know how it fucking works. Or like, maybe like, you trade him something, and then like, since he's a hoarder, he already has it in his inventory. Just don't fucking fall for it. I don't even fucking know. Like, I don't know if it was ever real, if it's even real right now. But I do know one thing that I want you to realize for yourselves. Don't you think Psyonix would have patched this? This glitch has apparently been around for a month, and there have been 2 updates since then. And nowhere in the patch notes have they recognized this quote-unquote glitch. I still see people looking for group posts saying that they can do, but if this was ever a real glitch, Psyonix would have patched it in a week. Once again, more victims getting scammed by this shit. Do not believe it for a second. And the third thing I wouldn't trust are giveaways. Like just random ass people. Now you're probably thinking, how can you get scammed from a giveaway? It's a giveaway, isn't it? Well, you gotta enter somehow, right? This randomized guy could just be offering the next big thing like the fucking Mantis or whatever. Which, by the way, is the next big fucking car that everyone threw the fucking turbo crate out the window. It's all about the nitro crate now. Everybody just threw the old shit out the window because now it's all about this new shit. And then when the next crate comes out, the Mantis is gonna be worth like 2 fucking crates. Like, you might as well just wait until the next big thing comes out. Like, this is so fucking stupid. Anyway, back to the script. How can you get scammed from a giveaway, you may ask? Well, you gotta enter somehow. This random ass guy could be offering the next big thing and say that you would have to enter by giving him an exotic, or an import, or a decal, or a key, or whatever. Only then could you have a chance at winning it. And when you do it, like, probably a bunch of other people think they have a chance at getting it too, and they can just keep giving him an exotic, like one exotic, thinking that you have a fair chance. One exotic, one key. But he can just grab all of your shit and then run off. Nobody has to win. Who says he has to give it to anybody? You just gave him all of his shit because he tricked you into thinking that you could probably win it. That you had a chance of winning it. He doesn't even have to give away the prize. He doesn't have to pick a winner. He just got all of your shit. Like, he may even do it in front of an entire group of people. Grab all of your shit and then run off. Like, I just wouldn't trust it, man. Okay, what time am I at? I have 3 minutes. I gotta hurry this up. Nowadays, I just trade crates and painted items that I know I don't want. Like, I don't trust anyone online anymore. Now, yeah, let's see, 3 minutes. Let me tell you one more story, okay? Before I end this video. Just the other day, I had a nitro crate and a turbo crate and a player's choice crate. And I was going to see if I could possibly get an endo with that because, you know, I wasn't getting my hopes up and I didn't even want it that bad anymore. But, what else was I gonna do with the crates, right? I wasn't gonna buy more keys, especially after the whole experience, since I basically got cucked out of my Xenosplash. But you know, like I said before, everyone's all about the fucking Mantis now. The fucking ugly-ass car with that long-ass hitbox that competes with the Batmobile. Anyway, like, I put up a looking for group post. I got a party invite. Like, guard is already all the way up. I joined and this guy and his friend were in there. The first thing he asked me is how many nitro crates do I have? I told him 1. Now I reminded him of the other 2 crates that I had. Then he has the audacity to ask me what I wanted. Did you not see the post, I asked? He was like, oh yeah, the endo, right? My patience was running thin. He then says, all right, I can give you something better than the endo. Now I repeated that sentence out loud. Something better than the endo, huh? Like, I was pissed inside. I was so fucking pissed inside. My suspicions were closing on this guy attempting to scam me. If anyone tells you that they have something better than what you're asking for, just fucking leave because it's bullshit. You know what you want, and you know what is currently the best thing. Like, what you want is currently the best thing that can fucking give you. Don't fall for this garbage in the slightest. And you wanna know what he puts up? Photon exotic wheels. I say, so you want me to trade all these crates for that? Now I hear his friend in the background say, he's tense. Of course I'm fucking tense, you fucking pathetic asshole. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. The guy trying to trade me says, I'm telling you, these are worth more than the endo. And if that's the case, number 1, why are you trading why are you trading with someone? Why aren't you trading with someone who has more stuff? Number 2, why are you willing to give me all this shit for 3 crates if it's worth much more? And number 3, why not just give me the damn car if this is apparently a steal for you? And I'm running out of time, so I gotta repeat the same clip. Hold up. Alright, anyway. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was, okay, why would you give me the damn car if this is apparently a steal for you? Why don't you just give me the damn car if this is apparently a steal for you? Anyway, in the background, when he says that, like while I'm thinking about all this, in the background, I hear his friend say, it says so on the price index. You know, Photon is worth more than the Endo. Fucking what? A price index? Get that fucking filthy lie out of here. What fucking price index? Go fuck yourself. I know what the fuck I want. I know what's worth it in my eyes. You can get the fuck out of here with your dumbass sources. I knew they were trying to scam me at that point. How the fuck are you gonna tell me what's worth it in my eyes? What fucking sources do you fucking have? Like I said, the guy scammed me with his bullshit point system. So why would I believe anything any motherfucker tells me anymore? Like, I calmly stated, that's fine. You can keep your stuff. And I immediately left. I got out of there so fucking fast. I was so fucking mad. Because, guys, please always keep your guard up. This community is full of greedy and evil people that are too lazy to get the shit themselves. They will be persuasive because they excel in predicting human behavior to get what they want. They succeed off of your greed and desperation. So don't do it. Be smart. Don't make the same mistakes I did. I finally have the Endo now, but I can't fully enjoy it because it will forever bring up this bad memory every time I see it. There's still so many scamming techniques out there that I didn't even talk about. There's the let me try it on scam, there's the middleman scam, and there's the color trick. You know, and if you want extra info on all that shit, like I'll link the pickapixel video in the description. He goes over way more scams, he goes way more into detail, and he too is a victim. So trust me, he knows what he's talking about. Anyway, like, why is the Rocket League community like this? Why is it full of a bunch of greedy scammers and salty douchebag tryhards that play casual like it's the RLCS? Like, what happened to this great game? Why did it just turn like this? Why is the community so fucking corrupted? It may not be a majority, but it's a bigger percentage than I ever would have thought. Please watch yourselves out there. Know who you're talking to. If it's a random guy and they laugh awkwardly a lot, they stutter, they hesitate, and they stutter and they hesitate when you call them out, like 10 out of 10 times they are a scammer. I am sick of seeing all these looking for group posts on Xbox begging for free stuff because they just got scammed by these assholes. Which, by the way, might even be a scam in themselves. I have no idea anymore. Trade carefully. You never know these days. Thank you for listening to my story. I really hope it helps you. And yes, I know this gameplay was ass. It's early in the morning. Like, what the fuck is it? 7 o'clock? 7:12. Anyway, like, please trade carefully, guys. This is T-Rex signing off.